The G20 summit is underway here in London. The leaders of some of the most powerful and wealthy nations in the world, including the new US President Barack Obama, have come here to, amongst other things, decide how best to lift the world economy out of recession. G20 has already provoked some strong opinions. The banking crisis and the irresponsibility of bankers and financiers is viewed as one of the primary reasons why this country is in recession. Because of the strong opinions on the banking crisis, thousands of people have come down to London to voice their protests and make themselves heard. Young people particularly have made up a large number of the protesters. Many of them are recent graduates who've been unable to find full-time work since they left university. Now, while the majority of the protests have been peaceful, there have been high-profile incidents of violence hijacking the protests and people getting into trouble with the police. As if the job of the G20 leaders isn't hard enough, the French President Nicolas Sarkozy has threatened to walk out of the talks unless he gets the deal he wants, whereby countries with tax haven statuses, where wealthy people go to escape paying higher taxes in their home countries, are clamped down on. He's got the backing also of the German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Potentially then, you have two rival camps being set up in the G20, the British and the Americans on one side and the French and the Germans on the other, and the leaders of other nations will have to choose who they side with. All of this makes the deal, which Gordon Brown says is just hours away, much harder to come by. And if no deal's reached, well, we could see more protests and more violence on the streets. It's certainly been quite a week here in London, and it looks set to continue both here and around the world. Why not let us know your thoughts on the G20 summit and how best the politicians can help us all out of the recession? Log on to us and leave a comment at catch21.co.uk.